What's up guys, Cosmic CTF here, and welcome to my first story and also the first video on this channel. So if you can't tell, this is going to be a mainly Storytime focused channel, but I will also be doing lots of commentaries and lots of gaming as well, and hopefully this video is the first of many and hopefully amazing things to come to this channel for you guys, and basically just try and grow my audience. I have tried YouTube before. I have another channel which I still upload to, but this is kind of like a side project, to be honest. So as I said, this will be a gaming and commentary focused channel, and I'll try to upload as much as possible. Just because it is a side project that I'm working on doesn't mean I'm going to be completely neglecting this channel and just not uploading to it. I will be trying to upload as much as possible, but I am often out with friends and with my girlfriend, and I would try to get a regular content stream for you guys, but obviously I'm going to have my social life first, and this is going to be a little backseat, and yeah, but hopefully you guys can understand that, and let's get straight into the story then. So today's story takes place about a year ago, and I was actually on holiday in Paris at the time, and it's quite a crazy story, so hopefully you guys will enjoy. So yeah, the day started off just like any other. I woke up, had breakfast, did all that shit you have to do in the morning, and yeah, we were actually going on holiday at this time. We were leaving for France to go and meet with my auntie in the south of France and just chill out there in a place called Espondelahan, but yeah, that's just me getting sidetracked there. But yeah, we got to the airport in England after dropping off my dog at my grandparents'. Yeah, we get to the airport and do all that standard, go through airport security, and then we get on the plane. We take off. It's about an hour and a half flight to France, and we land at Charles de Gaulle, which is the main airport in Paris, I'm pretty sure. Now, we land here, and we go through absolute fucking hell. Like, we get there, our hire car isn't ready, then they try to give us this really shit car, which was fucking awful. It was like, had cum stains. They pulled a similar thing when we went to America, to be honest, but this time it was much worse because they gave us a really shit car that could literally do like 4 miles and it will break down, and we were just fucking pissed off, and my dad literally got into an argument with the person behind the counter trying to get us a better car, and eventually we did. We were in the airport for 3 hours, and yeah, this is where the story happens. Now, we just sat there arguing. Me and my brother are just sat on the floor, just kind of like, what the fuck, why are we sat here? We have no clue what's going on, we don't know anything about the car, and this guy comes walking down the escalator. Now, this guy is pretty fucking strange, I'm not gonna lie. He's dressed in pretty scruffy clothing, which makes me think he's homeless, and he's got all these scruffy clothes on. He's got like a working man's hat, and he's got a Union Jack wrapped around his like back like a cape, which is a bit weird to me, considering we're in France and we didn't think that I thought at first we'd found a fellow patriot, but you know. Yeah, this guy starts running around waving his flag on his back, and everyone's kind of looking at him like, what the fuck is he doing? And he starts screaming about being the rightful king of England, that the Queen's an imposter, and I just stood there looking in disbelief, like, right, this guy, there's something wrong with this guy, obviously. He's got some form of mental condition, and yeah, he's basically there just running around. He'd actually come off the streets in Paris, which is, I found fucking just insane that they'd let this guy in. The security was so lax, just any random guy could just walk into the airport and start socializing with the arrivals, which was us. It is a lot harder to get into an arrivals part of the airport than it is the departures, obviously, because people are going to be coming into the departures and going out of the arrivals. That's just how it works. But this guy came in, he started waving his flag around, and this person asked him if he was okay, and he like basically pushed them away and said, "Don't touch me, I'm the King of England. You filthy French pigs can't come near to me." And I just started dying laughing at this time, because this guy says, "Don't come near me, you filthy French pigs," and he's speaking in a French accent. Obviously, this makes me think, well, he's obviously got something wrong with him, but it was still quite funny. So after shoving this person, they had actually gone and got the airport police, and they were starting to walk over. And just as these airport police are walking over, my dad walks over and stands next to me and says something like, who's this guy? And I just basically tell him that he thought he was the King of England, he pushed someone, and now the police are here. And yeah, my dad and me just kind of stand there watching, and what happens was, They basically get him into a corner. He starts like shoving at the police officers, trying to get free. And he says, "Don't touch me, you French pigs! I am the King of England!" Screaming, "I am the King of England! I am the rightful heir to the throne! The Queen Elizabeth II is not the real monarch!" All that shit. And he's just getting pinned up in the corner by all the French police. And they're just kind of stood there, kind of laughing about it as well, which I find fucking amazing that just happened, because if that happened in England, the police would be in with the batons just beating the shit out of them. And in France, they were being so patient. He was literally like pushing them away, like practically fucking assaulting a police officer, which, as you know, that's a fucking crime, and you would get you get arrested for that, obviously, and probably even beaten up by the police officers. Especially if you live in our country, you'll probably get shot if you did it in America. But yeah, basically, this guy's pushing the police officers, but he's getting pushed back into the corner by the police, and they're just been so lenient as well. Like, we wouldn't even see that. European police officers are so much more lenient than US police officers or UK police officers, which that just blew me away, and I found that was hilarious. So after a while, the guy starts to calm down, and the police basically put him in handcuffs and take him away, which I was just like, well, that was fucking great, because he basically assaulted someone, and he assaulted a police officer, and he refused an arrest earlier in the story. So I just found that fucking crazy that the police were so lenient to him, and they just didn't beat the shit out of him, which they would have done in our country. Which, you know, I suppose that's a good thing, really. Hats off to them for being so patient and different from the UK police. But yeah, after that, the guy was just let out of the airport, and I'm pretty sure I saw him getting in the back of a police car. He probably got sent to jail for a few nights. I don't think he would have been put in prison. He might have had something, like some help, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, that was pretty much the end of the story. We were basically pissing about in the airport for another 2 hours. That was our excitement done. Until we got the hire car and we could leave for Bio, which was always good once we got on the road. But yeah, I am using Black Ops 2 gameplay with bots because the fucking servers are a nightmare, full of hackers, and it's kind of heartbreaking, really, that such an amazing game is just plagued with a bunch of idiots who want to ruin people's day. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the first story on this channel. If you did enjoy it, please do the like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one.